I love being a working American, but I have to work over 2 hours in order to afford all the laundry that I'm going to do now. And I'm thinking about the fact that by next year, if we have 50 million new friends in the country, we are paying for their housing, their food, their medical. The American dollar won't be worth anything. And I'm thinking about how the average American is slaving away trying to figure out how to pay for food, for gas, for laundry. It's time that we start. I don't think that the country should not necessarily take care of people, but how about take care of the veterans? How about take care of the homeless veterans, the American homeless community that's on the street, and make sure that they have the resources that they need, instead of putting 50 million people ahead of everyone else that has been here working their ass off.
Good morning, whatever time of day you're watching this. It's one of my days off. More than ever now, there's not really the money to do those things. My car AC doesn't work, so I can't really do things like go over to Sawgrass or go to Boca Mall. But that costs money today because I don't want to spend the gas money. I tend to do things that are just easy and go with the flow. So I'm just headed out to Starbucks. That is my treat for the day. Maybe a few years ago, we're just kind of like given type of things. Go to Chick-fil-A, go out to Starbucks, have now become treat things because things have become so expensive. You have to allocate, your money towards gas and the cost of groceries. And I have the most absurd comments, from people trying to gaslight me on my channel. Groceries are no more expensive than they were in the 60s. It's like, you could hear it in my voice. I don't even know sometimes how to put these videos together. I'm very weirded out how the country is, how the world is. You turn on social media, especially social media with like TikTok and things like that, and you see what's happening in the UK. I'm watching social media and I'm seeing that, people in the UK are being arrested for making comments on social media that they basically don't agree with the politics happening in the UK regarding the free-flowing immigration, which we're experiencing here in the US. And that's disturbing. I watched the speech of the Prime Minister. I feel like you have to actually ask yourself, am I watching the intro of a movie, like some dystopian movie? We've had our own moments of that here in the US. We watched when he tried to make it where if you weren't vaccinated, you couldn't work, depending on the size of the company. We were watching the news and you're seeing the tension in the world today because it feels like the entire world is in chaos right now. Iran, Israel, all these things for that matter. Iran, they used to walk around in bikinis, and now obviously you can't do that there. And it's very unsettling. It's weirding me out. I feel pretty much every day like this feeling of being just very, very creeped out with the world, that I feel like I'm living in some weird dystopian movie. And it's creepy. Very convinced that most of your voters who may vote for Harris are only voting for her because she is a woman and she's telling you of her family lineage and ethnicity. They don't understand how it's going to affect them. They don't understand that you can't have 50 million new friends in the country and financially supporting them, and what's going to happen to the US dollar is it's going to become worthless. They don't understand these things. All they know is she's a woman, but she's a woman that's going to make it where eggs are $25. So we're in our car that doesn't have air conditioning because I'm not willing to pay for that right now. I have to watch what I'm spending. I'm going to Starbucks because that's my treat thing for the day. Going to Starbucks and going to share a burrito. But yeah, I'm very, very weirded out with the world right now. We're in a very hot car, so we're just trying to Starbucks, and I'm just trying to cool off from the sun. I don't want this video to be this long rant about politics. I mean, you can watch the news and see all the different sides. I don't have to reiterate it, but I'm very creeped out with the world. Very, very, very creeped out with the world, watching what's happening in the UK, our inflation here, the fact that people can even think of voting for this Democratic Party that's going to make the inflation worse. You can't have 50 million, 100 million newcomers in the country leaping through the air, and pretty much all men prowling, and many that are not well in the head. I mean, you're going to have every business go out of business. I mean, you can't. The United States will never look the same. Okay, you can't have that and have a functioning society. You can't put all these people on health insurance and give them and supply their food. We'll have it where eggs are $25 to start with, and then eggs are $100. It just won't exist, and it baffles me how. I think that a lot of the liberal voters do understand that. Some obviously don't. I am now going to eat the ice cream cone. I bought ice cream cones to show you there are two to cool off from the sun. And again, these things, buying an ice cream cone, 2 ice cream cones is over $7. I bought a burrito that I shared with my dad at Starbucks. These normal eating things, in other words, not eating out at a luxury restaurant, but it has become a luxury because you have to work an hour and a half in order to afford the 2 ice cream cones and the Starbucks. So we picked up a few things from Milan's here at the grocery store, and now we're headed back home. The world feels really creepy right now. The world feels really odd. You don't need to watch any of these movies today, like the dystopian movies, because we're living in it. I'm watching what's happening in the UK, and I'm saying to myself, well, obviously I'm posting videos on the internet that is not would probably be things they wouldn't like. Could I actually have a problem if I ever visited the UK? No, I don't live there, but they find out who's saying what on the internet, and you posted a video that immigration should not be free flowing, and now they try to throw you in jail. I don't know. That's why you just have to be mindful of what's happening in different countries. I just think it was important to post a video about how I and probably a lot of people are feeling. And some ice cream. Headed home. I need to do some laundry before I go to work tomorrow. And trying my best to treat myself and enjoy each day in a way that's still economical, and appreciate and have gratitude for the things that are going correctly for me, because I'm very well aware that there are things that are going well for me, which I'm convinced is the universe looking out for me. And that's what I wanted to say. I'm weirded out, but I'm happy. I'm documenting my emotions and trying to make the best of the day. But I enjoyed eating out and getting some ice cream, and now I go home to do laundry. And I will see you all soon in my next video, and bye!